to my channel. Now today's video is a dental nursing video, which so many of you guys asked me to do, even though I said I wasn't going to do them again. I have decided to do this one today because I have actually kind of, not really, gone back to dental nursing. Now what I mean by that is that I haven't quit the film TV stuff to do dental nursing again. I have temporarily gone back on a 0-hour contract, so I kind of pick and choose when I work, just to help me out with a bit of money and to do them a favour basically and help cover because staff shortages and all of that. So in today's video, I am going to talk about the things I forgot I hated about being a dental nurse / receptionist. But before I begin this video, I just want to say that my film is now live on Amazon Prime. Well, it's my film. It's not my film, it's a film that I acted in, and it's live on Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, it's completely free to watch. If you don't and you really want to watch it, I think it's something like $1.99, or just borrow a friend's account to watch it. So yeah, please go and give that one a watch. It's called Poltergeist. I will put the link in the description below. And yeah, anyway, that's enough of me blabbing on. I'm going to get straight onto this video now. Okay, so I have my list here of the things I forgot I hated, and I'll jump straight in with the first one. Is when patients tell me on the phone it will only take 5 minutes. Can we just have a moment of silence, please? It won't only take 5 minutes.
Watch your profanity.
First of all, I don't actually have a 5-minute slot that I can put somebody in. The way that the appointments work in pretty much, I think, every practice is that you have patient, 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 and no gaps in between unless they're emergency spaces. I don't know why I did that clappy thing. I'm really sorry because I hate when people do that.
Okay.
Unless we have emergency spaces, I do not have a 5-minute gap that I can put you in. So basically what I'm doing is putting you straight on top of somebody else's appointment, which means the dentist is going to run late with the person that's before you because I've cut their appointment time down. You will then be seen not at the time you were given. You'll be seen later, and then the dentist is still running late to see the next patient. 5 minutes, to be honest, is the amount of time that people actually talk to the dentist and tell them about the problem. It's not just a quick 5-minute appointment. Even if it was, I don't have 5 minutes to put people in. Number 2, when people phone midday / the afternoon for a same day emergency. Why?
Why?
We have emergency appointments in the day. To get an emergency appointment, you need to ring up first thing in the morning. Even if you don't know this about a specific practice, that's generally how any doctor's practice or any dental practice will operate, is that you need to ring first thing in the morning. Numerous reasons. Number 1, when you have a genuine emergency, you're in a lot of pain, or you've got a swelling, or you're bleeding, you know about it first thing in the morning. If you wake up with raging toothache or it's kept you up at night, you know first thing in the morning that you're gonna need to see a dentist. Second of all, if you have broken a tooth or chipped a filling, but it's not really giving you any trouble, that does not constitute as an emergency.
Are you serious?
So when you phone up at midday or the afternoon and say, oh, broke my tooth, can the dentist just see me? No. Unless we've had like a half-an-hour cancellation or something, generally the dentist is not going to have space in the afternoon for emergencies. By midday, any afternoon appointment emergency that you might have had open isn't going to be there anymore because people have rung up at 8:30 or 8 o'clock or whenever the practice opens to fill those emergency spaces.
Well, smack my ass and call me Judy.
Building on from that, this wasn't on my list, but I've just thought about it. The protocol is to ring at my place at 8:30, but other practices will be 8 o'clock, some will be 9, whatever it is, it's to ring up to book an emergency appointment. We actually get in for 8 o'clock. and patients know this. And so what they do is they come in at 8 o'clock and they say, I want an emergency for today. That's not fair on everybody else that's ringing up at 8:30 for an emergency. Now, I understand there are circumstances where you may not be able to ring. However, you are ringing for an emergency. Therefore, you are in a lot of pain or a lot of discomfort, or there's a swelling, or there's bleeding. So I'm pretty sure that most workplaces will allow you to take time out of the day to go and sort this out, because it's really troubling you and it's stopping you from, you know, going about your life as normal. A bit of chipped tooth, a bit of broken tooth, a bit of lost filling, it's not an emergency. Okay, number 3 is also kind of building on the point that I just made. When people ring up for emergencies and we give them emergency times, now I'm pretty sure that I've covered this in other videos before, because I remember doing like a table. We give them the emergency appointments we have that day. So for example, between 10:30 and 11 is emergency space. So we give them 10:30 and they say, oh no, I can't do that. Have you got something this afternoon? As I just said, emergencies is pain, swelling and bleeding. That constitutes as an emergency. Now, a lot of dentists will see broken teeth, chipped teeth, lost fillings, whatever it is, in an emergency gap. But if you genuinely have an emergency, you will just go down for whatever time they can see you. We don't have all day for emergencies. That's not how it works. We have allocated emergency spaces within our day to see you.
I am shooketh.
So going back to the very first point I made about it only take 5 minutes, we would then have to put you on top of somebody else's appointment, meaning that we're then running late. And again, I do understand circumstances like if you're a school teacher or something, or you really can't get out of work. But if you are a genuine emergency, I'm sure a workplace will understand you've got to get this sorted because you're in so much pain. I'm sure they will understand. And if they don't, then that's just a bit unfair, isn't it? To keep you at work when you're in so much pain. If you ring up for an emergency, you should come in at the times that we have, because we don't have a space when you want it, and you're getting a same day appointment. We are accommodating to you the same day as you ring up. Okay, if genuinely you absolutely cannot get in and say, I'm so sorry, I really can't get in, then have you got anything else at all? You know, just be a bit more polite about it. Don't just say, no, I can't come in then, what else have you got? But I'm just gonna move on. Being late for appointments and still expecting to be seen, or getting annoyed if we ask to rebook you. This kind of is just all connected into one video, I feel like now, because as I've said, we have patient, but it doesn't stop. It's just patients all day. So if you are late for an appointment, say you're 10 minutes late for your checkup appointment, which is a 10-minute appointment, you've missed your entire appointment. So now, if you still want to be seen, we're then, again, putting you on top of somebody else's appointment, which means we're going to be running late.
Oh, hell no!
People get frustrated with dentists and doctors for running late, but a lot of that happens because the patients are late and still want to be seen. I mean, there are other circumstances, which again, I'll go into in a minute, but if you are late, that makes us late. And, you know, if we ask to rebook you, say, for example, you're in for a 20-minute filling and you come in 10 minutes late, you've missed 10 whole minutes of your appointment time. And in that time, a lot can be done. You know, we don't have time in the last 10 minutes of the appointment to do that. So sometimes we'll say, I'm really sorry, but you're too late to be seen now. Can you rebook? And patients get really shirty with us. It's so frustrating when patients are late. And sometimes they don't even say sorry. Like if you come in and you say, I'm so sorry I'm late, there was so much traffic, or whatever the reason is. If you know you're going to be late, please just phone up and say, I'm going to be late. And then that way, the dentist isn't having to wait around for you. If somebody then turns up early, they can get that patient in and then they're not running late, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm going to go on to another one now because I could talk about this for ages. So number 5 is, once treatment is completely finished, the dentist sits the chair up and then patients say, oh, could you just have a look at this for me? Like, we were just in your mouth, dude. Could you not have just said, while you're looking there, could you quickly have a look at this one as well? Don't wait until the end of treatment to do it. If you've got a problem, please just say when you first get in the chair. Don't wait until the very end of treatment, once you're sat up and everything is been put in the dirty box, to say, can you also have a look at this? And also, the dentist probably hasn't got time to look at it because we've just spent that whole time doing a filling or doing a checkup or whatever it is that we've just done. Now he's going to have to run late because, or she, there are female dentists. Now they're going to have to run late because they're going to have to look at something else. And most of the time, it's not just can you have a look at this, it's well, can you just quickly patch it up?
I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today.
Okay, the next one. Oh, okay, I had this one the other day and I literally said on the phone, I was like, well, what do you want me to do? It's when you give patients, so I will give a patient all the options we have and they refuse all of them. And it's like we can magically think of something else.
There's no such thing as magic.
Those are the options. So I will give you the example of what happened the other day. So we have a hygienist that's retiring at Christmas. And bearing in mind, there's like 6 weeks left until Christmas now. So all of her appointments are completely gone because people know she's retiring and they want to see her. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to call her Susan. So a patient rings up and she says, I want to see Susan. And I say, okay, I'm so sorry, but Susan's actually retiring at Christmas. So we don't actually have an appointment with her before she leaves. However, I can put you in the cancellation book so that if somebody cancels, we can ring you. And the patient says, no. So I was like, right. I said, okay, another option would be to see a different hygienist this side of Christmas, if that's what you would like to do. No, I want to see Susan. And I'm like, but Susan hasn't got any appointments for the next 6 weeks. I don't know what other option you want me to give. So I then said to her, okay, as I said, unfortunately, Susan is retiring at Christmas. We have absolutely nothing with her because everybody wants to get in with her before Christmas. And this patient said, but I need a hygiene appointment. And I said again, okay, well, what about if I put you in the cancellation book and I also book you an appointment after Christmas with another hygienist so that you have an appointment booked in. But if something comes up with Susan before Christmas, you can see her. And again, no.
Try me, bitch.
So I literally just said, what do you want me to do then? Because there was nothing I could do. She doesn't want to see another hygienist. She doesn't want to go in the cancellation book. She doesn't want to wait until after Christmas. There was nothing else I could do. And that is not my fault that I can't get her in. Susan is just so popular with everybody at the minute because she's leaving, so people want to see her. You also haven't been to the dentist for over a year and you want to book a hygienist appointment within the 6 weeks before Christmas with a hygienist that is retiring at Christmas. And this happens so much, not just with that situation, but before I quit dental nursing, there were so many situations that happened like that. And you just think, what am I supposed to do then? I'm going to move on. Patients blame you for things which you have no control over. I've basically just said this in my last point. I have absolutely no control over anything that goes on at the practice. So they'll say things like, why am I paying that much for filling? Because that's the price of the filling. Or they'll say things like, oh, the NHS is a bit steep, can you not do it cheaper? The NHS is the NHS. That's their prices. That's not even anything to do with the practice. That's the NHS prices.
I don't understand. I don't understand, bitch. I don't understand. I don't understand.
I just don't have control over what goes on. So when you are having a go at me or questioning me, the answer is going to be, I've got nothing to do with it. It's not me you need to speak to. I'm just doing my job. Okay, the last point. Oh my God, I hate this so much. When patients come straight up to the desk, as soon as we're finished with another patient and just start talking at you. I am likely not finished putting this patient's notes things through. I probably still need to process their payment. I need to write on their ticket. I'm not actually finished dealing with that patient just because they've walked away. Please just stand back a bit and wait for me to say, hi, can I help? I just hate that. Like, I would never ever go somewhere, even when I go shopping. I stand back and I wait for the cashier or the person behind the desk or whoever it is to look up at me and say, hi, can I help?
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
And then I know that I can go forward because they're done sorting what they need to and they can then focus on me. Patients just come straight up and they just start talking at you. And sometimes I've even been on the phone and they come up and start talking at me. And I'm like, please just stay back for a little bit until we invite you to come forward and then start talking to us because we might not be finished doing what we need to do.
Yeah, he is.
Right, I'm going to end this video here because I feel like I've ranted so much and I'm really, really, really sorry for ranting so much. to be a first dental nursing video back. Please let me know in the comments below actually if you have experienced these issues or any other issues that you have experienced to do with all of this stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video today. I hope you've enjoyed that I've put another dental nursing video back on my channel. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'm sorry it was so ranty and ravey, and I'm sorry that it was like not a positive video to put on for a dental nursing video. Anyway, if you did like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, click that subscribe button down below, and don't forget to watch Polariod on Amazon Prime for free if you've got Prime. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!